Hello, Purple Hearts. Happy Sunday and welcome to the Recap episode number 64. We are getting up there, I tell you. Hello, Felicia Fee. Happy Sunday. I hope you're doing well, girlie. I hope you are doing well. Well, if you're new here, my name is Sexy Harlem 125. And here we do the questions of the day from last week that I posted on the community wall. They are also posted in this video. And that's the way I do it so that you won't have to go and look for what I'm talking about. So I help you out by doing that. And if you want to, you can answer the questions of the day on my community wall because I drop them every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 o'clock. And then on Sunday or Monday, I come here to answer the questions with you all. Because, like I keep saying, it's not fair for me to ask you the question. I'm not going to answer the question, right? So, yeah. So that's what we're doing. I usually start off with what I did for the week. And I did some borough hopping on Tuesday because Monday it rained. So I couldn't go out there. And then Tuesday it was cold as hell. And right now it is 63 degrees. So welcome to spring. Happy spring. I'm hoping we don't get too much rain and we get more nice days than we had earlier this month. Girl, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I can imagine how tired you are, child. Yeah, something tried to keep me in bed today, but I said, no, 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 no. I got to get up. I have laundry to do. Yesterday, I worked on a project. I worked on a project and it took all day. It took all day, but it's done and it's up and I'm really proud of myself. So, we are going to get on with the questions of the day. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. In April, I think those questions are going to be much harder. I think they should be a little bit more harder, a little bit more deeper. Please. Oh, see, they playing with me right now. They know I'm live. They are subscribed. They know I'm live. It was quiet all day. And now they making noise. I don't understand what it is about 4 o'clock. On a Sunday. I don't get it. But in any instance, yeah, I'm going to just make sure that the questions are, not too light. I want y'all to think, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I want, and that's what I'm gonna do. So, here we go. Let me get over to the media side. And I'm going to go ahead and play the music. All righty then. Okay. Stop screen. There we go. So the thought for Monday, we are doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 316, 318, and 320. So Monday's thought was a good decision is based on knowledge and not numbers. I don't know if I agree with that because it depends on what you're doing. Your knowledge might need to contain those numbers. What you know might need to contain those numbers. So I agree, but I feel like the numbers should be included. So the question for that day was, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream? Really simple question. Really simple question. My favorite flavor is chocolate. But since I am lactose intolerant, I don't eat too much ice cream anymore. I stick to sorbet. And when it comes to sorbet, I like the rainbow flavor. It has all the flavors in it. It has the lemon, the raspberry, and the orange. So that is good. And I like that. And it's refreshing for the summer. Okay. So that is my answer for that one. Okay. So now, hey Sonia J, how are you? I hope you're doing well. We are going to move on to Wednesday. Wait a minute. Let me go to the media side. Alrighty then. Stop screen. Okay, so the thought for Wednesday was What you said? You hollering at the children? Oh my God. Yeah, everything's good on my end. Lord have mercy. Wednesday's thought was something new is learned almost every day. And we have all lived that. Child, just a hollering at the kids. We have all lived that. No matter how small it is, we have all learned something new almost every day. Almost every day we have learned something new. We have saw something somewhere, or someone has told us something that we didn't know. So, yeah. Now the question for that day is, and this is a kind of an interesting one. Are you still close with any of your early childhood friends? Are you still close with any of your early childhood friends? And I am. I mean, I have, let me see. You know what? This depends on what you consider early childhood. Because early childhood could be pre-kindergarten, it could be kindergarten, it could be first grade, it could be early, it says early childhood. So I would go all the way up to maybe junior high school with this one. Yeah. But I am still friends with um two people. One of them, our parents were friends, mother and fathers were friends, and then we were friends. And we are friends, I should say, not were. And I have someone from my junior high school um, years, and we're still friends. Let me see. My best friend since we were 14 years old. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. So that is like junior high, junior high era, you know? So, just sitting here thinking off the top of my head, of course, there have been you come across a lot of people in your life, so there have been others that I keep in touch with through social media, you know, but I wouldn't say we keep in touch, holiday, whatever, but I wouldn't say close. The first two people that I mentioned, um, close, yeah. Those are the two closest. And there was three, but I lost touch with one, and we lost touch like maybe 2 years before the pandemic. And I don't know if she made it through or not. And speaking of which, about maybe 4 months ago, I tried the number that she gave me, and it belonged to someone else. So, and she only lived like maybe 1, 2, 3 blocks away, and I'm not the one to be popping up on people. I don't even know. what her apartment number is. I know her name, but you know, that's about all I know. So I don't want to be popping up on nobody talking about, hey, you remember junior high school when we used to throw spitballs at Mr. Weiss? Need a little water. Nope, not gonna do that one. Remember Mrs. D'Amico when so and so put the kidney sign on her back, and oh my god, our class was bad. But yeah, and I know that those two teachers that I just mentioned, they no longer here because they was Miss D'Amico, she was like, oh, oh my god, she was like 50 something when I was in her class, and I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And Mr. Weiss, I know he ain't around. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Maybe they made it past. Oh, they would have to be like 120 right now. Child, let's see. I have a classmate that sent me a message today to go hang out next month. It's a no for me. Why you ain't going, girl? Why you ain't going? You ain't gotta explain. You ain't gotta explain. But yeah. So I know Mr. Weiss and Mrs. D'Amico, you know, they can't be around because they would be like 120, 130 years of age right now. And, you know, that's me telling my age almost. But in any instance, yeah. So let's move on. So my answer is yes. I have two friends that I'm still in contact with. One of them, we speak almost every day. The other one, you know, we hit up here and there. So let's see. I've gotten to the point I don't want to be bothered with them, most of them. Oh, okay. That's interesting. But you know, life life is life, and people change over time, and you know, who's to say they might have took the wrong road and went left and you still going straight, and they over there doing something that you don't agree with, so you just gonna keep on going. Child, don't let the devil come and try you. Don't let him do it. Okay, don't let the devil come and try you, because I know what that's about. Child. In any instance, yes, exactly. So we go over to the media part and do Friday. righty then. So this was Friday, 3/20/26. And the thought for that day was life is what you make it. It always has been and it always will be. And that is the truth. Life is what you make it. If you sit around like a bump on a log, life is just going to pass you by and you just going to be sitting there looking crazy. You have to make your way in life to do the things you like and be the person that you are. Some people like to take the negative route. You can do that. It's your life. You do whatever the hell you want with it. Me, I'm not doing that. I thank God for every single minute on this earth. When I open my eyes in the morning, the first thing I say is, thank you, Lord, for waking me up today. And I could have had a real bad day the day before. It doesn't matter. He woke me up. And that is what counts. Okay? Amen. So, y'all know how I do. I got to turn the page, child. This is an interesting question because I've seen this a lot on a different side of things. Now, I've seen this a lot on a lot of lives on YouTube. I've also experienced this in real life. And I can even say I've also done it, but I'm going to read the question. I'm going to answer it. And then I'm going to go another way. The question is, in conversation, do you take the time to listen to what others have to say? Do you take time to listen to what others have to say in conversation? Are you listening to hear them and what they have to say? Or are you listening to respond to what they have to say? Not only that, do you interrupt them while they are giving their talking points during the conversation that you're having? Do you interrupt and respond to what you hear? Now, in conversation, we all know how that game goes. You say something, and then I say something, and then you say something, and then I say something. That's called conversation. Now, when I say something, how the conversation is going to keep on going is if I listened to what you said. Did I listen to what you said? Am I listening to respond? I've seen this a lot. I'm getting ready to go the other way now. I've seen where um someone could be talking. Let's do this in the beef sector, right? I've seen people on panels and one person is talking. They was asked a question by another person. That person is doing their best to answer the question that was being asked of them. But you never get to hear the answer most of the time because then everybody starts talking and you never get the answer. I mean, if you get the answer, you're lucky because then everybody starts talking at the same time and you can't hear shit. You know what I'm saying? Can't hear nothing. Now, in real life, and I'm guilty of this, okay? I'm totally guilty of this. Me and a friend could be talking, which is said, I listen and converse with people who matter to you. Yeah, that right there is also important. That's very important. I got into a habit some time ago that I had to break. Let's see. If I don't like them, I'll ignore them, of course. So I got into the habit of listening to respond instead of listening to converse. I mean, when you converse, you say something pertaining to the conversation and not pertaining to the statement itself that you picked out of the conversation. That is listening to respond. You know what I mean? So I can actually sit here and say that I've been guilty of that. And I really had to stop myself. And it's like you got to retrain yourself now that I'm over 60. I did this back in my 50s, listening to respond. And I really had to break that. So far, I've been doing real well. Okay. I'm listening to the whole conversation so that we can converse back and forth instead of listening to respond to one thing that was said out of the whole conversation. That's how the conversation is supposed to flow. You're supposed to listen and keep the conversation flowing and not just listen to respond to one thing that the person said. If you listen and wait your turn, then you can say what you need to say about the whole thing overall. But if you interrupt, and I was guilty for that too, interrupting before they had a chance to actually say what they, get their thought out. I was like, no, 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 no. No, you can't do that. If you're having a conversation with someone, the polite thing to do is to wait your turn and not listen to respond. You listen to converse throughout the conversation. So That's my answer. That is my answer right there. For me, I can actually say when, I've done something wrong, I can do that because I'm grown and I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, that is your recap for 316, 318, and 320. Uh, it is Aries season, y'all Aries, including myself. uh, y'all enjoy your season because I know I'm getting ready to enjoy mine. Oh my God. I am going to spa skate on my birthday. Okay, so I'm going to do my best to record. Oh, yes, we are. Yes, we are. I agree with that. We a mess, but we'll take those shit. Yeah, I am going to spa skate. I am going to do my best to go live while I'm there and have a good time because yeah, this this Spyscape is some 007 shit. You know what I'm saying? And listen, it's all about fun. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going to do at my age, which I will tell y'all very soon. I'm in my 60s, so take a guess. But anyway, I want to thank you for joining me. Thank you, Felicia B, for joining me. Thank you, Sonia J, for joining me, and the other three people that are watching. I want to thank you guys for joining me too. You can always drop down and say hello if you want to. Nobody's going to chop your head off. Okay? So, thank you guys for joining me. Like I always say, you take great care. Oh, God. I always forget to do this. You take great care. Be blessed. Never stressed. And stay safe always. I am going to make my dinner and listen to an ebook. I will be here next Sunday. I'm going to check the calendar first before I say that. Let me see. Today is the 22nd. So yeah, I'll be here next Sunday and answer the questions of the day on the community wall. Watch the community wall because if it doesn't happen Sunday, it most likely will happen Monday, but I know it's going to happen Sunday. Okay? You all take care and be careful out in these streets. If you're going on vacation, keep your head on the swivel. I don't want nothing to happen to y'all. Okay? Be safe out in these streets. All right? Y'all take care. Smooches. Talk to you soon.